Wexford, and I'm just back from the annual gardening get-together of the gardening group that I'm in, and I've come back with this super haul of new plants which I want to talk you through now. But our gardening get-together takes place in a garden centre up in Naas called Johnstown, and here are a couple of things that I bought when I was there. The first thing I want to show you is this lovely orchid, and it's an Oncidium. The name of it is Twinkle. It's a baby Twinkle, so kind of a miniature orchid. But the most fabulous thing about it is the scent. These flowers smell absolutely divine, and I have its pink cousin, which is the species Oncidium sotuanum. So I've been on the lookout for the white version for some time now, so I'm really delighted I was able to get this. So I'm really excited about that. And what with the day that it was in it and everything, I ended up seeing and buying this other orchid here. Now this one is a Masdevallia, and I don't grow Masdevallia, I've never had one before, but I was quite captivated by these lovely flowers. They're withered a bit now, but there are 3 new buds coming if they don't blast on me. And you know, I wouldn't be able to grow cold Masdevallia, but warm Masdevallia would be okay for me. And there's no indication on this which it is. It's probably some kind of hybrid, so I'm going to give that a go anyway. And what else? Oh yes, the funnest things imaginable are these glorious air plants that I picked up at the garden centre. Now look at that, and since the camera's in close there, do you see there? I think that might actually be a flower beginning to form on it. But this is Spanish moss, or Tillandsia, an air plant that needs no soil at all. You just kind of hang it up near light and mist it occasionally just to give it a bit of water. But I'm really pleased to get that. That's a wonderful thing. And I also picked up two other air plants while I was at it. These 2 fellas. And this one here is called medusae, I think, from the label. I'll have to look up it a bit later. And the other one here is called butzii. But I'm going to kind of rope these 2 together like that and hang them up at my window, and I think they'll just be wonderful things to have. And the last thing I want to tell you about, or show you, is the last indoor plant anyway, is this lovely Impatiens. And I love the tender Impatiens, but this one, the leaves are really, really velvety on it. Really good look to it. It's Impatiens morsei Velvetea, I think. And very nice plant. I would like to thank Bernie, who gave that to me. It's a great little thing, and I'm expecting a flower any day now. So that's my haul of indoor plants from Johnstown and friends. Now I'm outside, and I'm going to show you the hardy plants, the outdoor plants that I got from our get-together yesterday. And there's a number of very exciting things here. I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit about a few Irish cultivars. And the first thing I'd like to draw to your attention is this primrose. It's the latest release from the Kennedy Irish Primrose Group, and it's called Lissadel. And Kennedy primroses are brilliant. They release a few good ones each year, a few new ones each year, and this is the 3rd one that's named after Yeats. But the great thing about this one is that it harks back to an old type of primrose, something similar to Jack in the Green. And what happens is that the yellow of the flowers kind of gets spliced together with the green of the leaves and mixed up together in a very kind of well, let's say an acquired taste kind of way. And yeah, it's very interesting and unusual and good primrose. And Pussycat's in the way there, but out she goes. The next thing I want to show you is this Irish Snowdrop. And this one is called Brenda Troyle. Now, Cork claims this snowdrop as its own, and so does Wicklow. So there's a bit of a dispute over who, you know, where it's come from. But one thing that everybody agrees on is it's a really good one to have in your garden, and I'm very delighted to finally have it myself. If you want to read a bit more about Irish snowdrops, then you should get your hands on a copy of the January-February Irish Garden magazine, where Paddy Tobin, who's quite an expert on Irish snowdrops, has written quite a detailed article in there about it. And of course yours truly writes a monthly column in here as well, in the Irish Garden. Okay, and I also wanted to talk about the glorious Chilean flame tree. I finally got my hands on one of these, or several of these actually, as the case will be. And that's this plant here. But the wonderful thing about the flame tree is that in summer it has a mass of bright orange flowers all over it. And a neighbour quite close to me here used to have a glorious specimen in his garden. Every time I passed by in the car in summer, I'd slow down to peer into the garden. But I did notice that since the hard winter of 2009, it would appear to be no more. But this is, you know, if you've got quite a sheltered garden and acid soil, this is a fabulous tree you really must try. And other than that, I've had many things from many people, all lovely, and Pussy appreciates them a lot too. And I'd just like to end off by saying a couple of thank yous. Thank you to Deborah, to Peter, to Bruno, to Elizabeth, to Margot, and I hope that's everybody for giving me, and also to Margaret for the seeds, for giving me these lovely things. Thanks for watching.